So this year's CES went very well for myself. I got to see a lot of different brands. I got to meet a lot of different people. And one brand that I had never heard of before I actually stopped by their booth was Romoss. Now they make portable battery products or battery packs. And it seems like they're newer to the United States and they're bringing more and more over. And they allowed, I think, multiple people to take one of their battery packs home to try out. And of course, I was actually using it at the show as well. This is their 10,000 milliamp hour candy bar shaped portable battery pack, 130 watt output. It does have two USB-C outputs as well as a USB-A. It's got a nice screen on it that gives you the statistics of what's going on. Not only how much charge you have left, but how much you're actually using. Pretty awesome product, to be honest about it. And they also coupled with this little gift kit to test out one of their wall plugs. And this is a 100 watt output, 3 USB-C, 1 USB-A, so you can charge up all your goodness at the hotel room, whether it's the power bank, your phone, your watch, your tablet, your computer, all from this little guy here. It's a handy little guy. And then of course in the kit they also had a standard USB-C cable, but nothing new here. I have plenty of USB-C cables to start. So that said, let's bring the camera in. I'll show you exactly what it is, and you can make the judgment for yourself if this is something that would fit you and maybe you want to check out yourself. So let's bring it in. Okay, well, this is the box that it came in. Nothing fancy here, right? This is just more of just a charge in the future, whatever they want to say there. Just a nice little gift box that it came in. But this is obviously the piece that you really want to take a peek at. This is the battery pack. Like I said, on the top, we have a USB-C, which has a 90 watt or a 100 watt output right out of that guy. We also have a 30 watt output USB-A. And on the bottom, we have another 90 watt in or 100 watt out. So the nice thing is, in line, you can have power coming from the power block into this guy, charging this guy back up, while you're also out of this guy using it as well. I don't know why you do that, because if you have this anyway, you have 3 ports and a USB-A. So there's a lot of capability of charging things up. But the nice thing about this is you have ports on both sides. They actually utilized the entire brick. Now at the same time, you can also stand it up, just have stuff coming off the top. This thing is really handy. The shape actually was one of those that makes sense. You know, the flat ones make sense in certain regards, but this actually takes up a little bit less space in certain parts of my backpack, so it actually worked out really good. Also, one of the really cool features of this guy is that when you click on the button here, it actually gives you an information. So right now I have this charged at 100%, but it also tells you the output of the USB-A, but also the C port on the screen. It literally tells you what's going on here. So whether it's coming in or going out, it'll actually tell you what it's actually utilizing right now, and I can show you that. Okay, so I have it actually connected to my phone. I'm going to go on the bottom port just so I can actually have it up and it's not having a cable out the front. So I'm going to go ahead and plug this guy into the bottom of the power brick, and you can see my phone started charging, and on the screen here you can see we're at 6.8, 7 watts, 7.5, 15, and it tells you right there about how much battery you have remaining if you're pulling at that much output at a constant rate. This battery will last 3.5 hours at that, well, and of course it's changing as the phone pulls different amounts of watts, but obviously the capacity is going to drop as we use it, but it's giving you information that you can utilize while you're using this battery pack to know how much battery juice you have remaining in here, not only in capacity but also in time of charging. So that's pretty awesome in how it does it. Also, if you click the button again, it gives you more information here. Temperature of the battery, 100% you can see there. Click it again. You can turn the screen on or off. I'm going to just leave it as always on. And there we go. But that's pretty cool, the information that they give you with this guy. And so as we sit here and it's actually charging my phone up, the screen actually stays on like I have it, because I have it set to always on. But you can come into the menu and push and hold and set it to 30 seconds instead. So if you didn't want the screen to always be on, then at least it'll turn itself off. And that's right there, and then you can click it again and it'll go back to there. Now after 30 seconds, that screen will actually turn off, technically saving a little bit of energy. It's probably not a tremendous amount of how much that's actually using. But the thing is, this is a very nice, solid form factor, and the amount of information you're getting from the screen is actually really handy to know how much juice I have in here. Also, how much time I can actually be charging my phone based on the energy that's actually in this actual device. So that's where it is. 30 seconds later, screen is now off. But yeah, that is at least the battery pack side. So the battery brick, this model number is the PQ1002U. I will put links where you can find it online. Like I said, I don't see it in the US store yet, but you never know. So that's that. The charging brick itself, this model number is the PQ1002U Pro. Again, 100 watt output capability of this guy. We actually have a 22.5 watt out USB-A, a 20 watt USB-C, and two 100 watt USB-C. Now, of course, no matter what you do, the max output is going to be 100 total. So if you plug in a computer that's using the whole thing and then you start plugging other things in, it's going to wind down how much actually goes out that up to 100 watt connection there. That said, these type of power bricks are my favorite to go traveling with because they always have that USB-A backup, right? That some of the, I actually have another one that's just USB-C. So it is handy to have that because there are some devices that still require that USB-A connection, depending on what you travel with, of course. But I love having multiple USB-C connections. 3 and plus 1 is perfect. This is kind of the perfect size in my opinion. But yeah, there it is. And if you want to see what the battery pack looks like when we're actually charging with it, I'm going to go ahead and plug this guy into the, well, technically the 100 watt output. But I'm going to, again, go in the bottom and plug it in. And now you can see on there, we're actually pulling 63 watts and we're at 99.99%. So it's not going to, it's going to take, it says 0 hours, 0 minutes because it's basically winding down because we haven't used a whole lot of energy from this guy. But there it is. You know, that's the Romoss set. And the thing is about battery packs is, yeah, how much capacity do they have? That's a huge thing, you know, making sure that you have enough for what you want to use it for. Second is form factor. What's the form factor like? Well, this candy bar type form factor is really handy, especially with the ports coming out both sides. I think it's actually lines up really, really nice. Second, the information that it's going to give you out of the screen gives you information that's useful. That's a huge thing there. Even the temperature of the battery pack, you can check on it. But lastly, quality of build. I have a whole bunch of different battery packs, from pretty inexpensive cheap ones that I've bought on Amazon or received, as well as some expensive ones from some reputable companies. And I'll be honest, the quality build of the Romoss battery pack, as well as even the charger, is second to none. I mean, it's as good as the quality brands that you're familiar with. The build quality and the usefulness of this so far has been as good as any of the top name brands that I've used yet. So that is the Romoss, and I guess charger and portable battery pack. So while this specific video, yes, it curtails to two specific products that Romoss actually does offer, may not be available yet in the US stores. I'm hoping that they do bring this to the Amazon store or to their store here in the US. However, I also see this as a review of what's coming out of Romoss and what's the quality of the product. And to be honest about it, that's the thing that I brought up to them when I was at the booth and I had this in my hand and I was like, this seems like a really nice battery pack. The quality is there because you can put something in your hand real quick and know that, yeah, this is a cheap thing or this is actually really nice. They're using full extruded aluminum around the entire brick other than the screen and the ends. This is not a light guy. It really isn't. It's not super heavy, but at least using that metal build structure, it's going to help dissipate heat better. It's just a quality product, and you can tell by putting it in your hands. So, Romoss, I'm really looking forward to seeing what you bring into the United States as you build out more and more items. You make what seems to be some really nice, high-quality products, and I'm going to pay attention because these are the type of products that are very useful whenever you're outside of your home and you're on the go. Having some kind of portable battery source for whether it's your phone, a camera, whole bunch of different things, watch, whatever. These are handy. And I do backpack, or, you know, I definitely camp more than anything else. And these are really handy for that, but also when you're in, when you're traveling and you're not at a hotel or something like that, these are great to have at least one solid product that not only you can charge off, but maybe your friends or your family. So, Romoss, I am looking forward to seeing what you do. Thank you for allowing me to check this product out. I was impressed, and I hope that I showcased that here. So thank you for watching to the end of this video. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and we'll catch you back here on TechGooch for another future video review. Hope to see you soon.